Hello and welcome to another episode of Journeys. Today I am with Mr. Mike Sullivan.
Hello.
From DTrik. But we're not going to talk to him about Mike today. We're actually going to talk to him about Wayne Dobson. So
no change there.
No, we are going to talk about Mike as well. So how long have you've known Pete for a really long time, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we lived in the same area, Hither Green in Lewisham.
Oh.
But I didn't know about Alakazam until he moved to Ashford. Mm-hmm. So it was, and that's where I really got to know Pete quite well. And then obviously we worked together. So as a customer, I knew Pete. And then as I started to work with Wayne, mm-hmm. we began to work with one another and did a few DVDs mm-hmm. with Russ, and Pete published a few tricks for us mm-hmm. before we went self-publishing. And yeah, I've known him a long time. I think I've known him the best part 25 years.
Wow.
Probably.
I didn't even know that you were from Lewisham. So when you first got to know each other, does that mean that you just had a mutual interest for magic?
Well, I got to know Pete through Alakazam.
Oh, got you.
Buying tricks for myself when I was, learning, being a hobbyist magician, really. Mm-hmm. Then I progressed to being a professional, still buying tricks from Alakazam. Obviously, I then met Wayne. We got together, started to be a partnership in DTrik, and Pete kindly took on a few of our tricks. I didn't have much knowledge then with regards to publishing magic, mm-hmm. But working with Pete, working with Mark Mason, working with who else? Magic Tao. Do you mm-hmm. remember those
Magic
people?
Tao, yeah.
I sort of like picked up mm-hmm. the information I needed, and then we went self-publish, and I haven't stopped since. So, but my friendship with Peter is still strong. And obviously I work with Dave Bonzel, mm-hmm. so I picked up stuff from him.
Yeah.
And it just went on and on and on. My knowledge grew, and it's become a real. Just trying to think of the word now. You're going to cut this, aren't you?
No.
Okay. My point is, surround yourself with people that know, have a good knowledge base of different things, which you can then build on. Mm-hmm. You can then start doing things yourself, and that's not just for magic. It's not just learning moves and being good at stuff like that, but it's also, how you talk to people, how you engage, how you. Set yourself up as a magician or as a performer. Let's mm-hmm. forget magic for now. It's just as a performer. And Wayne is the king of that.
Yeah.
So, that was a good start.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Peter, Dave, and other people that were involved, Mark Mason. I mean, demigod of the whole of magic. Mm-hmm. So you get all this information from all these people and you use it to your advantage. And that's why we're in a position where we're in, where we can do our own stuff now, publish our own material, and keep Wayne in the lifestyle he's accustomed to. Not me, I'm broke.
I mean, it would be great to get Wayne on here one day. It would be superb to do that. But today we are going to talk about you. So we're going to go on a mini journey through your career.
Wow. It will
Strap
be
in.
No, it'll be mini. It'll be about it's 30 seconds.
And goodbye, guys.
And goodbye. Thank you very much.
So there would have been a point where you decided to go into magic professionally,
yes,
and make it a full-time job. So what was that jump from whatever you were doing before into the professional life?
So, like everybody else, as a kid, I loved magic. And my best friend from school, Chris, and I entered a talent competition. And all the props we had were the Paul Daniels little tricks that you could buy. And Pete will know this. There was a shop in Lewisham called BT's. It's a model shop, but it sold the Paul Daniels range. And if you remember, they had different colours on them to tell you what the skills were. I don't know if you're too young.
No, I know that only because I've been to Pete's office.
Right. Of course, yeah.
And he's got them all on his office.
So my mate Chris, he was a bit of a geek with it, so he'd gravitate to the black range.
Yeah.
Like the sponge balls, and we're sitting there going, how the hell is that hard? You know, and it's hard. You know, as a 9-year-old, it is hard. And I gravitated towards the red, but I may have got that around the wrong way. It could have been black was easy and red was hard. It doesn't matter. So I had the money-making machine.
Yeah.
And he had dynamic coins, as it was called.
Nice,
then.
yeah.
And we did the talent show, and we won.
Yeah.
We won. You know, I just pulled money out of this machine. He made 10p's go everywhere, and we won. So that was my hook into magic, and obviously progressed, got magic sets for Christmas, blah, 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 blah. Then at about 14, 15, puberty hits big time, and girls were more fascinating than magic. Got married, had children, forgot magic completely, you know. Got out of it. Had a career with Dixon Stores Group.
Okay.
They had recently purchased PC World, and I was part of their business centre team. So for many, many years, I didn't touch magic. Then our business centre manager, new guy came in, and he was a children's entertainer at the weekends. And he would bring a couple of tricks in, and they were, you know, I've not seen magic for some time now. I didn't purposely go out to look for it. And he showed a couple of tricks, and it sparked an interest. So the internet was very sparse, but I typed in magic clubs because I used to belong to the Mad Hatter Magic Club, which is a thing where you send in a form and you post it and they send you back a membership card. So I knew there were magic clubs. I just didn't know where. And up comes South London Magic. So I phoned the guy up and I said, I used to love magic as a kid. I really want to do it again. I really want to learn the sponge balls because that was my nemesis on the magic, because I bought it, 4 sponge balls, right, and lots of writing, so, you know, gets put to one side. And he said, come along. So I came along and I met a guy called Dave Blythe, who unfortunately has passed away now, but he sort of like took me under his wing. He was a children's entertainer, and that's how I started as a professional, I wouldn't say professional, but someone who was being paid to do magic. And we used to have a double act called Damn Good Magic.
Nice.
So DAM, Dave and Mike.
Nice.
So yeah, that was my business head.
Smart.
Yep. So I worked with Dave for 2 or 3 years. We were doing children's shows. We did a lot of corporate, not corporate as such, but you know, children's centres and things like that. We did quite a lot of those, especially at Christmas. And I then started to get into the more sort of like close-up type magic, doing that on the side. And that progressed to me meeting other people like Paul Martin, Jamie Raven, Lee Hathaway, and they called them the London contingency at the time because they just basically did everything in London. And was learning off of those guys as well, and then took the plunge of coming out of children's magic and doing corporates and private parties and things like that. So that's where that came. But my main focus on close-up magic was Wayne Dobson, because at the time I was looking for something where I could learn something quite quickly. It wasn't ball busting in any way. There was no sort of like major moves that you had to put in, but it had an impact. And Wayne ticked the box. You could say I'm biased because of obviously my position now, but at the time that was genuinely what I was looking for. And so I had quite a successful time